Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovative, and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Your love-like defender of the fatherland, your lord and master, your vox populi. Off here to a 1v1 on Novgorod Outskirts in the north. It is ShogunCho fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, and Comrade Stalin. Taking on the role here of the 6th Mechanized Corps, charged with breaking through the German lines somewhere west of Leningrad. We got armored assault tactics, guard motor, and mechanized support tactics with infantry and mines. Thus to the south it is JibberJabberJobber, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, and Deutschland. Forming up a small tactical reserve of the 1st Panzer Division in the sector. We got defensive doctrine, German infantry, and assault support here with Panzerfaust pack and half-track bulletins here for JibberJabberJobber. Going to use MD42 versus doubling units Penal Triple Start here for ShogunCho. Interesting, and as always, a big hearty thanks to my patrons, supporters, these champions, these heroes over the Propagandacast who keep supporting me and allowing me to keep doing what I do on a daily basis. Big thanks to them. And you too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or you can just donate. Links in the video description, and always comment, like, share, subscribe, and press the bell button. Share the word of the new Propagandacast. So anyways, no doctrine chosen yet for either side, though there's heavy emphasis on the guards with the mechanized support guard motor there on ShogunCho. There's also a heavy emphasis on T-Fed fires with guard motor and armored assault tactics. In this regard, it is worth noting ShogunCho has quite a bit of overlap doctrine. Meanwhile, JibberJabberJobber has like 3 doctrines that pull in somewhat rather different directions. So it'll be interesting to see what JibberJabber goes for, though JibberJabberJobber is definitely one of the more unorthodox strategists in companies too. At the moment, he certainly likes to experiment, try out different things, and he does, I think, have a flair for mechanized infantry strategies. So we'll be interested to see what it goes for. When it's Pioneer Cities, Penal Tripping forward setting up P, leading aggressively in there with it. Holding ShogunCho on the east, so of course can be one here, so it's fast M31 there. Something to be mindful of. When he's going westwards. Guard motor there for ShogunCho. Infernal charging in. Yeah, that's going to be a route here, I think, for JibberJabberJobber as ShogunCho is in hot pursuit. He has also committed to guard motor with the T-55 medium tank, the heavy mortars, guards rifle infantry, vehicle repair training, and Mark Beagle MD42 here. Rising for the building, but a bit risky there if he has a flamethrower on the way already. That could easily be also MD42 in this case doesn't. A bit too, not enough ammunition for that. Jibber's also quick toward him when it is to block such a move, but that does mean he's focused around the center, meaning the eastern fuel is open. ShogunCho, of course, definitely realized this move swat, though he has also lost the car point. Has to defend that here as Jibber strikes forwards. More pinwheels here for ShogunCho on the Red Army. The 6th Mechanized Corps fix up the Scar Corps, grabbing the eastern fuel point. Definitely maneuvering here. MD42 popping out of the church here. JibberJabberJobber not being a slouch with MD42. As always, like to point out, as the Wehrmacht crucial MD42 play, or MD42 play is crucial to the Wehrmacht, I think. In this regard, good work there by JibberJabberJobber. Almost got decent fuel pump though, which is less good. Second penal scored almost done here for ShogunCho. Finally got the western fuel pump there reconnected. Engineers being pursued here and harried by JibberJabber's southwestern forces here. Northy Penals the Gundiers. Further fighting, we got the Penals the Gundiers there. Heavy hand-to-hand fighting level soon. The Penals will have the upper hand here due to their 50-40s. Packing a better punch at short to medium range though the Gundiers, and plus, you know, just being more than have more firepower. Going for the car plant there, forcing ShogunCho to quickly react. Scout coming westwards there to connect the western eastern fuel plant, I mean. Blah. Medics on the way here. Obviously wants to go more infantry, though of course it could be that ShogunCho's planning to go for some guards riflemen pretty swiftly here. Gonna using the point T, gonna interesting as well. I believe the MD42 as well for reinforcements. Like to make a nice cut for the Jibber. We're likely gonna be seeing the 251.5 together, I think. JibberJabberJobber being a big fan of that one. That's going out. He desires some attention and to be petted until he's a good kitty. And hopefully he won't attack my hand. Anyways, grab the calf pawn there. Pioneers heading eastwards, they're going to reconnect the fuel there. In this regard, ShogunCho is getting a small flute here with fuel lead. It's not a small flute. Comrade fascist, behold, I have a small flute lead. Nein, verdammt! They haven't brought my saxophone. Anyways, Pilgrim in the center here. MD42 is the engineers. Going for the western field, and there, good work by Jibber. No doctrine yet. There we go. 251. Mittelschützen Panzerwagen. Typically part of a Panzer Division's 1st Panzergrenadier Battalion, which is known as a gepanzerte Panzergrenadier Abteilung. In other words, armoured Panzergrenadier Battalion. Little fun fact there. That's how they refer to it. Now, the Germans might say mechanized, but the Germans, it was armored if they were in half-tracks. Fun fact there. And we'll come to the Pioneers. Jibber here's being a bit cautious, doesn't want to rush too far ahead here. We got the 250 half-track, the Mittelschützen Panzerwagen. Which of course means JibberJabberJobber now possesses more mobility. He can quickly shuffle troops about, but he can also reinforce them at the front line, which is also really strong. And probably one of really good there for the Wehrmacht. As you can perform much stronger defenses, but also keep your attacks much more easily going, so you just reinforce, because you don't have to spend so much time retreating and moving back and forth from the front line. This is a huge advantage, which I think is something they tend to get overlooked, and one reason why I think half-tracks in the game are quite good. In the far west, if you got gunners with the Puma troops, it could be a loss. Yeah, on this retreat soon enough, and there you go. Guard front filling up here for ShogunCho. Is going to put some pressure on the half-track. M42 up there. Pushing westwards there with the 251. Mittelschützen Panzerwagen is going to force back the Strafniki. Quick death maneuvering there by JibberJabber. Again, highlighting just how the half-track can be used for not just, again, reinforcing all that, but just quickly shifting troops from one point to the other, giving you a lot more ability to the Wehrmacht. So thumbs up there. Guards moving in, they're gonna pop into the building. That's going to force the half-track to fall back, and they're going to probably as well have DPs. Got the M3 moving up as well. Jibber here falling back. Grab the eastern point. And he's reinforcing here. And we got assault support from JibberJabberJobber. Now that is definitely not a doctrine we see a lot of nowadays, which features the artillery field officer, the cargo truck, the old blitz, strafing runs, fragmentation bombs, and the Tiger tank. After hits a mine, there's numerous mines here from ShogunCho. Job mining by the Shogun. Very good mining. Can of course immediately reinforce the Pioneers. Probably should go for minesweepers at this point. You should also, I think, would benefit a lot either from the officer right now, or Pens are going to do a score, but I definitely feel like some assault infantry would do JibberJabberJobber a bit of good here versus ShogunCho. Meanwhile, ShogunCho's doing good there. Not that ShogunCho isn't focusing too much in the centre, partly because he knows that's not where the fuel is. So I like this play. Of course, it does mean you have to cover more ground in some ways, but at the same time, as Jibber's not reacting to this, it works out. And they've got 2 guard squads out there as well for ShogunCho. One upgrade with the DP light machines. Owen doesn't have enough munitions to get there, but still, this could become something of a threat here for JibberJabberJobber as the game goes on. Particularly as in a heavy mortar to bombard the MD42. Both gunners with equipped light machine guns certainly makes them much more threatening here to ShogunCho's infantry. Object still being fixed up. Ooh, rough grenade off there. Nice! Almost getting forward in the guard squad. Nice shot there by Jibber. ShogunCho did not see that coming. Got any Puma troops from the other side. Let's get the other squad squading into support here. Enter the church and then flank here. But oh dear. Not quite enough coordination. The Puma squads are halted in a torrent of lead here from JibberJabberJobber's fierce defenders. Back kick grenades reinforcing, nothing further on. And we get the other blitz cargo truck out here for JibberJabberJobber. Providing him with ample resource support there. And certainly with his current map control, having that to just provide him with extra fuel and munitions can be quite good. And of course it gets him a fuel point, it gets him a lot more fuel, as it effectively doubles the fuel income at that point. But there you go, and sending on his guns. Nice there. Unfortunately, awkwardly positioned there, meaning the guard squad just for damage quickly hosted down. But I like the idea, and of course half-tech continues to reinforce the troops. It becomes harder for Shogun to just keep up the position, since Jibber can just immediately reinforce. Thumbs up, then of course he can quickly grab the machine gun and reinforce it at the front line. The half-track utility continues to shine through. It's almost like some bloody infomercial, isn't it? 30 Schützenpanzerwagen today! Buy one and we'll freuen one for free! Und ein Maschinengewehr! For your rear gunner, yeah! Just listen to these testimonials from Jürgen! Yeah, this is Schützenpanzerwagen! Traversing the eastern front is a lot more comfortable and safe! And when it doesn't bite down, up, cut! Next testimonial, anyways. Scout coming for the Pioneers with Eastern Fuel Point. Double the blitzes there. Good lord, Jibber's really going hard in on that one. Following up the Pack 40, worth noting ShogunCho's only taken up now. At this point, he may just try and push for the Mechanized Arm Company in the fast T-35. Jibber quickly pushing the gun into the 42. Nice work there. Penals of in the centre. I mean, Westwards there, we've got a unit moving to intercept that movement there. But there you go. Not a great engagement for ShogunCho with the MD42. And of course the half-track reinforcement also gets free experience from nearby units, even pushing further hit there. Note of veterans wanting can lay down mines with it. Then he's around with the guards on the west with ease. Got the scout car, by the way. Got a mistake there by ShogunCho. Maybe misclick, bad pathing, who knows, but it's gone. Well, Blitz's got 2 up by the way, securing him 6 extra fuel and, well, 10 extra munitions. That's quite efficient, really, considering like if you had to get like the same out there in terms of cash, you had to like get 4 cash, which is the 1,000 manpower. He gets the same effect out of 2 other blitzes for 400 manpower. That, as you might notice, is a pretty damn good savings. So nice work there by JibberJabberJobber. Nice work. Certainly helps him overcome somewhat ShogunCho's otherwise rather impressive fuel. In fact, he's exerting that to try and push fast for the Mechanus Amakana Yamama. Really good move there. I mean, he knows he's got fuel lead over Jibber, so thumbs up there. Of course, we'll have to see if we can keep that up versus the might of the Orbital Blitz supply lines. Also, fun fact when it comes to the German logistics and trucks, particularly during the early stage of Operation Barbarossa, the German army operated a variety of trucks. German trucks, French trucks, Austrian trucks, probably Czechoslovakian ones, Dutch trucks, you name it. Like, they're operating so many trucks, which gave them rather significant logistical issues in a lot of ways. Guardsmen around it. Ooh, straight to with the Pioneers. After there is close eventually 2. Quickly up the half entry enforcing. You can see there, the half-tech just provides Jibber with so much more field presence. In the west here, though, Guardsmen up the penalty support. ShogunCho go for the T-35, going for the eastern points here. Very good. All blitzes. Now, of course, had ShogunCho gone for T-70, the situation with the half-tech been a lot more perilous here for Jibber. Though, of course, at the same time, a fast T-34 from 6 will largely do the same thing. But yes, tagged up. May have to rush out too, though. Engineers versus the 2 Pioneers and the 251 here. Very close between them, the 251, the Midwest Schützen Panzerwagen. Also colloquially known as the Hanomag, as made by the company. I believe Hanomag nowadays makes buses. I think. Might be wrong there. Probably trucks. I think they also make buses, actually. And it's got his MP4 holding up here. Beams of guards moving up there. T-54 from 6 on the way for ShogunCho. S-Mines down there. Nice work there. Yeah, the T-34 is going to be heading there for JibberJabberJobber. He will likely have to consider rushing a Stu to counter that. They'll be able to try and hold out for dear life until he gets a Panzer IV. He's clearly also trying to sort of guess where ShogunCho's next attack is coming from. He's trying to sort of disposition his force in such a way he can react. But he's having a bit of a hard time predicting. Of course, ShogunCho's trying his best to be unpredictable. Well, there you go. Attack on the west side here. Pioneers being support of the half-tech. Needs to get infantry support as well, perhaps. But looks like no response. At the same time, got to push in east. So he's launching a 2-pronged assault here. At the outskirts, they have Jibber's control there on both sides. On the front line, but they're going to cover up this other one. But that means the eastern one may just be able to break through, unless, of course, he bunch up his men so much to get rough grenaded from an angle he doesn't see coming, and kaboom. Even then, doesn't do much damage, actually retreating, I think, too swiftly. T-54 moving in here. But yeah, a bit of the trouble at times you're trying to manage so many fronts, you can end up losing a bit of sight of what's going on. Still, breaks through the eastern one here. Jibber's forces being routed as the T-54 just charges through, hammers his way forwards. He sickles down Jibber's troops. Orbital Blitz there being pushed back. In fact, oh, he's going for supply raid. Thumbs up there to ShogunCho. Nice. 1 Orbital Blitz down, 2 manpower gone, plus of course less fuel and munitions. That could hurt Jibber. He's actually been able to go for a Panther 4 now. Pursuing into the base as well. Trying for a white pin, they're going to use. Not impossible, actually, not impossible. Turning around the T-54 face machine gun against. Oh, gun is reinforcing. There's just enough. And he's going to get stuck with the T-54 with the damaged engine close to his opponent's base. Been on a reach then 40 for ShogunCho. But he did get the blitz. It's not a complete loss, but there you go. Pack 4 setting up. Infantry attempt from North clearing up the mines, but I don't think they're enough to save the T-54 from 6. Now it's pushing in again with it. Doing as much as he can to lose the T-54 from 6. Pack 40 moving up there. And with that, the T-54 goes down. 7 kills, Veterans 1. Did get another blitz, so you know. Not a complete waste there. Not a complete waste. Also, did force Jibber to pull back towards his base. So again, it did do some good, but the question, of course, here is, was it worth a T-34 from 6? And Tim and I's opponent's going to hit him with a Panther 4. Chances are probably not, but who knows. Oh, almost getting wiped with the Gundia squad. Pep coming up there. Catches the Puma squad guard, but trying to deal with it. Bunny. No, they're not by that. They're doing fine. But there you go. Oh, rifling on the guard squad. But there you go. Puma need to do some damage, but they're being reinforced to the half track. But may not reinforce fast enough. Oh, maybe they do actually. Oh, never mind. They do. Guards retreating. Almost got the Gundia squad. Then he's forced to retreat. Back here, I imagine he's going to go for another T-34 from 6, although he could try and rush out the S6 in response to this, sort of more panicky, but it's good. Other guard squad there. Need to be careful though, in fighting positions, the Panzer IV can run over them as they can't get out of its way. I think ShogunCho realised this just before he lost the entire unit. Calling in a third guard squad. I mean, 3 guard squads for anti-tank rifles can actually be a significant threat for German medium armor, even to a lesser degree heavy armor, since the thing about the anti-tank rifles is they have deflection damage for some reason. Which means even if they don't penetrate, they do some damage. Then add in a lot of anti-tank rifles, even then if every shot fails to penetrate, the damage can actually quickly add up. Use my east side. So a lot of back and forth here, though worth noting, ShogunCho has a huge leader with JibberJabberJobber. And we got mines on him from Jibber as well. Thumbs up, thumbs up. There's the mine. The only Heinz is lost. Jibber quick loss, calling in another Blitz supply truck.
Supply lines have been cut.
Will he go for another T-34s from 6, or will he commit to the T-34-85s instead, since they do perform better versus the Panda 4s? I would force Jibber to probably have to consider like up-arming a bit more. Anyways, back and forth here, swaths of terrain swiftly changing hands here. A little bloodshed this time around. Got in from both sides. Then this was the guard squad. But here's the flank, and this was the guards. Squad. Nice rifle in here, but not enough to stall here. ShogunCho sees some push. The Panzer IV, though, will obviously do the trick. West side here, though, Danny's in a bit of trouble. He's now getting focused on the 2 guards, one with the light machine gun. Routed there. East side assault, though, is quickly encountering severe resistance as JibberJabberJobber wants you to further extensive counterattack. Guards got to swing up. He cut behind JibberJabber's front line. He can actually take out the upper blitz here, possibly. He's actually positioning towards the east side. Probably responds to the western push there. Panther coming in here. The blitz there. Got Panther coming in there. 2 guard squads. Will they engage? Yeah, they probably will. And there you go. Bundling up as well. They're very good, very good. As we see there, damage is quickly adding up there. Slowly approaching half health there, but he does get away there after the buttoning wears off. But he tried to fight out with the guard squads there. There's actually a small chance that Panzer IV would have lost. In particular, like all 3 guard squads all men them. But anyways, troops most reinforced here. He's clearly trying to preserve manpower. He has enough to call in the T-35 there as soon as he has the manpower for or fuel for it. Because there we go. He has the fuel now. He has the manpower then. Then he pops the button, I imagine, and then he goes hunting for panzers. Engineers there, busy with some mines, very good. He's not calling in tanks, he's actually playing tanks, so he's just forgotten about it. I mean, that's a possibility as well here. There we go, T-34-85, for ShogunCho. You know, JibberJabber's going for more Gundiers, so I don't know, Panzer Gundia on officer, he's going for an MD-42. I mean, that also works though, definitely not a bad pick. After they're close to the ace level, very good there, thumbs up. You got 252 versus 482. T-34-85 halfway done. How will Jibber respond to that? More Panther IVs, Stuk. And certainly with the way things are looking, I do imagine at some point a Tiger tank is going to be like on the actual schedule plan here for Jibber. Question pause if he actually gets there, but like, you know, with the blitzes, it shouldn't be too impossible. They're definitely, I think, helping JibberJabberJobber help somewhat. You know, so chasing him like if he's behind, the blitzes just provide him with a lot of resources on a very efficient basis. Guards on the west side here, engineers think about as well. T-34-85 mobilized here for ShogunCho on the Red Army. Heading eastwards. Going to engage the Grenadiers out in the open there with his 85mm gun. Nice shot, happening westwards, straight to the guard squad there. Though on its own. ShogunCho very wisely disengages rather than risk them. T-34 back into the Pack 40. Easy to say clear up the gun it is, obviously. With the Panther Faust. In foot with the guard squad. Gonna force him a retreat there. Very nice. Bit awkward there for JibberJabberJobber. T-30-45 hold back. You could, of course, consider heavy mortar. I'm a bit surprised we haven't seen like any artillery hits. And we're good, I think, versus Jibber's position in the centre. Telemines down there. Thumbs up to Jibber. And there you go. Panther strikes for the first Panzer Division. Right, the guard squads there. Western Point being seized by the penal troopers. Goes with the penal troopers, also equipped with anti-tank rifles, clearly indicating he is taking that Panzer as a serious threat. He is definitely taking that as a serious threat. Jibber, meanwhile, is going for tier 4. He is going to try and stall up for the target tank. It seems like in so far, I suppose he can feel encouraged by it. For it. T4 moving up, they're going to catch the before to the bad spot. Catch all the flanks in, run into the guard squad there. Taking some light damage, pushing back the info 2 versus 2 crew by the way. Almost wiping the entire units. Okay, for the quick turn around here. But there goes troops down from Novgorod Outskirts. Flanking up behind, showing us something staying, counting a much larger infantry reserve here. Pretty much prompting a retreat there for JibberJabberJobber as that flank attempt failed and using the church by spotting here for any armor and infantry, allowing ShogunCho to get a better idea there what Jibber positions are and how to deal with them. Really nice moving there. We got punishment just falling back towards the centre. 2.5 support here as well. Forming up the new front line here, east of the church. And ShogunCho also falls back towards the north of the church, leaving effectively a no man's land. But no, Jibber quickly recruits it effectively, or like repositions into it, captures it, and reclaims it. And ShogunCho's further backing off here, clearly waiting for something. Again, I feel like some artillery and heavy mortar would be very fuel efficient to just put pressure on Jibber. Panther being fixed up. Jibber is very close to the target tank now. He is less than a minute away. A little under a minute. He's got the fuel coming in that's slightly paced there, and Manpower's almost there as well. T4 going for the pen from left flank. Got lots of mines here. Obviously, ShogunCho's worrying about something, and again, he's probably realizing his opponent might try and hit with a Tiger tank at this stage. Guards moving up the right flank instead, hitting a number of mines, plus him for 2 here. Good work by JibberJabber. Good work. T4 8 kills. We got the Panther in as well, 19 kill target, 22. Nice hit from the T-45. Blast Otto into oblivion. And JibberJabberJobber is moments away from the Tiger tank, D-Tiga. Maybe 42 actually got wiped. After rushing ahead again to provide once more front and support, but also in this case lay down a mine. Sehr good. T-35 then need repairs badly. At this rate, he's going to need a tank top. But there you go. JibberJabberJobber calling in the Tiger tank. Tiga. That is certainly going to be a bit of a challenge there for ShogunCho to deal with if JibberJabberJobber supports it properly and uses it wisely. Support company going for field guns. It's an indication that ShogunCho realizes he is probably in a slightly awkward position and needs something to deal with oncoming armor. So there you go, Tiger tank ready for JibberJabberJobber. North airport being seized. And he's coming in, guard squad tank from the north. Flanking in as well, we've got the Tifa coming in. Almost got the field gun ready. Big shot fired there, Flicks blasted into bits. And there goes Paul Cornier. Leaving the Tifa behind a pretty bad position. He's going to have to fall back once the Luftwaffe strikes. Field gun is ready, but there you go, infantry just being pinned down to the ground here. Tifa falling back in the face of the Tiger tank as he barges through the terrain. T-55 misses, blasts someone 14 scroll into the next dimension. Heavy losses there for ShogunCho's penal troopers. Fixing up the T-55, pushing westwards. Further then gets good on the Tiger tank, punches through the 100mm armor, frontal armor. Back here reinforcing healing. Worth noting, Jibber's actually only got 1 Pioneer squad. That is definitely an insufficient number to repair both the Tiger tank and the Panther 4. And held just for a single target tank, it would still, I think, be insufficient numbers. ShogunCho, I think, is going to have to consider issues far more T-45 against the target tank. I still feel like a Haymaker would be a good investment as well here for ShogunCho versus JibberJabberJobber. Got the T-45 there once more mobilised here for them. Shot fire at the MD-22, head point gets off as well. JibberJabber quick to pursue with armour. Tank point by the MD-22. Missing a chance to get a shot here at the time. There you go, mine goes off in the target tank. Damn it, in the end, the target tank. Notice the Telemann actually went off then. In this case, the field gun bombardment. Missing the target tank, I suppose, turned out to be, you know, a good stroke of luck there. Stroke of luck. Blah. Another T-45 for ShogunCho. Picks up the first west side here again. Going to cut off some territory there. Hit Jibber close to his base there. Put him under pressure. Maps up to make him cause some mistakes. T-45 there, getting ready. Troop reinforcing healing. Getting the field gun back as well. Flanking out behind. More pioneers there for JibberJabber finally. Very good. And guards fully in trouble with the more gun these again. Half the these provides easy mobility and frontline presence here for ShogunCho, or for JibberJabber. I mean, if ShogunCho were to get one or grab this one, I mean, obviously you get it as well. There you go, second T-35 there ready for ShogunCho. He's going to have to consider another field to back them up, or perhaps a tank destroyer. Definitely something a bit of extra. Oh, the pushing fight from the T-45. That's got to be down before. Puts it down to half up. Gold risking Panther Fuzzy, except Jibber failed to get it off in time when some bug happened, or at least the ordinary went through. So in that case as well, like you know, you order the thing to happen, then for some reason the Panther Fuzz doesn't go off, or a grenade doesn't get tossed, and you just feel very frustrated with that. MD-14 quick back with the T-35 here. ShogunCho showing up. Mercy at his fascist opponent, guard around the centre, field gun hanging back here as well. Troop reinforcing healing. Japanese starting there, go. Great hit on the MD-42, almost wipes it. Could of course try and go for shotgun with orbital blitz, but obviously that'd be very risky. Do we get a mortar, regular one though, not the heavy? Works as well. But I definitely feel like if he can, he should muster at least a bit more anti-tank. Again, he has a lot of anti-tank rather than guess that is what ShogunCho's banking on. This is Jibber maybe combined with some marked targets. There you go, very hit. Target tank forced to fall back here on the west side. T-35 again eventually too, to cleans up some of his forces. Grenades off here, big exchange back and forth. The engineers spotting, but pushed back with the target tank. Another hit on the target tank, pushing down to roughly a quarter of health there. The engineers, no, penal squad actually moved too far there. Can I be using the mini-map to order for the stuff like that? Occasionally just getting a bit further away than you're supposed to. Although in some cases there's actually bugs and then the units actually get some further away. For some back, I think it's the old Samoski Winter. There was a weird bug with the mini-map where, like, you know, if you ordered them to go to one point, they'd actually go to another point. T-55 actually 2, took a nice series of hits there. Got the T-55 being rushed towards the center for ShogunCho once more. They got more to fight on Jibber's machine gun there. Targeting repaired, Panther 1 repairs as well, though very close to T2. First push here by ShogunCho, T-55 doesn't need repairs. Mortar hosing away. East side here, peeling towards the Tiger tank. Quick shot fire there, Tiger tank being fixed up. T-55 as well, obviously. You got 244 to 370, but managed to close in the gap between the two. Field gun pointing in the wrong direction. Hate it when that happens. Like, you order the support to point in one direction, the order is pointing in like the bloody opposite one. That one hurts. Starting up and getting the T-55, good hit in the champion field, getting eventually too. Definitely been affected to the target tank. Another good hit there. Good try and sneak up the western victory point. 300 points left. Jibber could try and launch a large scale assault using maybe fragmentation bomb support here. could benefit from Phantom is, or still the officer here. Unfortunately, he's not going for that. Oops, flare from the Shogun. Up top, in the East Guards from around, we got the Pentacle getting into 2. T-Front in the centre, other one rushing for the western point ground point. Now, I feel like that's probably not what you're using before at the moment here. I mean, I get the logic, but I feel like we can close the front and then go for and take on the field gun here. The Luftwaffe strikes. Jones is not reacting in time. Oh, sick off way out, and the penal sporting. What? Okay, the field gun barely took any damage from him. Even the penal squad suffered the worst of it. But there you go, Panther to clean up the job with the machine gun and main gun. Thumbs up there to Jibber. That's really bad for ShogunCho. Thinking now he's left his armor scattered out like that. It's going to have to rush the Seaford from towards the center here. Guards fighting from the ravine here, trying. Oh, pushed back. That leaves the field gun open for Jibber to just destroy it. We could just grant something against Shogun as well. There we go. Field gun destroyed. Denied to ShogunCho and the Red Army. T-Fed fight from wing up, got the Pack Fodder, got the Panther falling wing, and the Tiger Tank is still being repaired, but it's closing in there. Panther down to half hope, T-Fed push back here. Until getting blasted. Shot fight, T-Fed wing engaging the Panther shot bouncers. Machine crew they're suffering the brand of it. Team rolling up there. Oh, gets within Panther fast range. He could risk getting damage engine, but no. Jibber's too slow here. Or no, there we go. Goes through. Pretty bad engagement for ShogunCho all of a sudden. He's attacking, but he's trying to make progress. Should have probably smoked the center before making the attack. Those guards while they're being murdered. Need to retreat here. Dead are piling up in the snow here as JibberJabberJobber refused to give even an inch. Not one step back. Tiger Tank gaining mid G2. That is definitely bad news for ShogunCho's infantry and to a lesser degree the armor. Going for another T-3045. Tiger Tank rushes forwards here. Jibber getting pretty bold. Perhaps overconfident even. Just reinforcing healing here. Tiger Tank movement gaining the heavy mortar crew directly. 12 killed by T2 there. Another hit almost wiped the entire unit. Another flare here. Mine goes off in the Pioneers. ShogunCho is trying to line for some sort of big push here, but the Christians can pull through here versus Jibber. Starting proving to be rather strong in the defense by now. Well dug in. It's going to require some really strong attacks here. Jibber's makes some mistakes here to pull through. Small force being launched westwards here to deal with ShogunCho's left flank force here. T-Fed quickly extended and quickly pushed back. But he's got 3 of them now here versus Jibber. He's got 3 of them. But to the centre here, keeping up the target tank, pen forward here, pack ready. You're going to pack it fast, that could be under the T-Fed the other one wing up the east side. Ooh, almost got it, other one being repaired all the way back here. Couldn't fault the Panther 4. Shot misses. T-Fed the damage engine, time to deal with it. Alongside the Pack 40 maybe. Up north here, Panther 4 continues the pursuit here. Gets the T-Fed 5, ShogunCho down to just 2. Now he surrenders his L1. Panther escapes the wrath of the Tiger Tank. And there you go, GG, game over. A rather nasty, brutish fight here on Novgorod Outskirts. ShogunCho I think had some good maneuvers, but I feel like in some areas he's lacked a bit behind and getting up the right elements in time. For example, mortar much sooner would have been much harder for Jibber, for example, to form up a defense around the center. And the times I feel like he should have attacked head on, should have gone for more deep flanks. I think it would have been much better, like unseating Jibber's defense around the center there. So I think some issues there with ShogunCho dealing with Jibber's defense. But again, Jibber I think also played well, not made many mistakes. Good use of the half tech. I think that proved to be crucial at several times in terms of maintaining presence. Plus, I mean, the orbital blitz is providing with ample resources to keep going here. So 2 thumbs up to Jibber. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friends, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial 19 Tears. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.